Hello, stuff lovers and fellow pickers. It's really great to see you again. Like most of you, and like myself, I imagine most of you are cooped up at home with not a lot of going out right now and with massive amounts of social distancing, which is as it should be, and I'm glad if you are doing that. I just thought I'd bring you a video. I've got a little bit more time, not too much, because I am working, but I'm working from home. Glorious state of being. So I've got a little bit more time. Let's just say the commute is not as long. So we will end up showing you stuff that we've picked up a while back and catch up, really. So first of all, I hope this video finds you well in spirit and in body. I hope that through all the chaos that is going on right now and the difficult times, you've managed to find some peace, because it is there, and we will find it because we are pickers and we know how to pick through stuff to get to the good part. And things are going to work out. But in the meantime, and while we are waiting, I wanted to show you part of a big purchase we made some time ago. You may hear our cat, who decided to participate in the video by meowing. We purchased 35 pounds of jewelry from this one vendor we know, and sometimes he brings up some things he thinks we might be interested in. At any rate, he sold us 35 pounds of jewelry for $60. So I'll be showing you some of that. I've sold just a few pieces already. It's most of it, you know, I would really say we didn't pick it up because there was anything fabulous, but it's fun to find out, and it's fun to kind of see what people are going to go for, even though you might think, well, it's a vintage thing, it's not signed, but it's kind of pretty. You know, am I able to pick up on what someone might want? So, to start with, here are some brooches I found in that big lot. This is one sailboat. This is another sailboat. And it's an enamel sailboat that is a brooch. This one seems to be maybe pewter, some sort of metal. I'm figuring I'll put these two together for a lot. They're not signed, they're not any particular style, but I'm going, they're kind of big and showy and cheery. Somebody might want that. I'll take what I can get. No, but you know, I'm thinking maybe $15 for the two, something of that type. This is stuff that I like to get sometimes. It's plastic jewelry. It is vintage. This is early plastic. And this is a little brooch shaped like a jonquil. And if I look in my bag here, I can't find the other one, but I do have two earrings that are that match the little brooch. Then I have other small plastic earrings. I just think, again, nice that they're vintage. They could be 40s, they could be a little earlier than that. Just cheery, fun, light-hearted jewelry. Here is another brooch that has tiny plastic flowers tied to this mesh background. And I find this one quite fetching. I like that it's this sort of amethyst color, maybe. So I'm thinking I'll probably put all of that and this plastic daisy from the same period, I would say. All of that together, as well as this one, and maybe ask $20 for the lot. We'll see what happens. It's fun, light-hearted jewelry. It's almost like, reminds me of maybe something you would get at the fair as a prize, or just imagine wearing that in the 1940s on a bright summer day, having an ice cream cone, walking through the fair. This is glass pearls. They're not real pearls, but they do have a kind of a nice clasp, but the pearly substance is flaking off in places. So this is not the best find, but you know, it was in there, part of 35 pounds of jewelry. So I will probably, here's the other earring, I'll probably lot it up with other pearl necklaces that I have, and someone who wants that look, you know, will have a decent looking pearl necklace. This is a fun thing. I like this, very 60s in feel, 60s, 70s. The chain is kind of hefty and sure of itself. Probably not jade, but at the very least, glass, green glass. It's kind of fetching, so we'll try for that. It does have a little tag I see here. I don't think I'd seen it before. Let's see if I can read it. And it says, nothing helpful at all. It says like, oh, no, it does say something helpful, but I don't think it's that great. It says Whiting and Davis, and they're a good company, a very good name, but not for everything. And I think that their time may have been a little past, like they may not have been a powerhouse by the 60s and 70s, especially not for like just regular fashion jewelry. I have a fabulous Christmas brooch with marquesites, and obviously this is contemporary, but I think this is pretty nicely done and kind of charming. Maybe I'll put that in a lot of Christmas jewelry. I'm not going to do all of this tonight, but I thought we'd go through some. We have stuff for 4th of July. Rhinestone brooches. Rhinestone brooch. Rhinestone brooch. That says USA. And just nice and fun for the 4th of July and just patriotic spirit. Here's a little pewter flower along with a springy bee on it, which I think is very sweet. This brooch is an airplane, and you know, why not? This is by a particular company. It's Happy Fingers, who makes crazy mixed up stuff like that. May go by itself, may try and get $12 for that. This is an owl that will go in a lot, probably. In here I put some earrings that I thought were a little bit better or likely to bring in some profits. Well, maybe not all of them, but I love these. Coming right up so you can see them. Ooh, they may blind you. I love these. I love the color. I love the glamour. Maybe by themselves. I'll try $15, something like that. They're in really good condition. Some of these are just run-of-the-mill, you know, but when you make lots of things that are still appealing and well made, things can work out. Let me see. These are fun because they are marked. And I cannot remember what. And it may be too long for me to figure it out. Oh, they are Lucien Picard. I think this is what they're marked. I looked up this designer, Lucien Picard. Some of his stuff is okay, but it's not a huge money maker. They're cool because they go on your ear like this. And they're fun little things. It's hard for me to put a price on that. I'll see as I go along. I kind of like the, oh, this one is really bent out of its shape. I don't think I'll be able to use it, which is too bad because I kind of like this very modern looking design. But there you go. I think it may be irreparable. We'll see. Some are more simple, like these little pearl pierced earrings. Not real pearls, obviously, but I kind of like the dimpled pearl, kind of Baroque. This, I have to admit, I find adorable. As much as I'm not big on figural brooches, he's got jingly bags. He's been shopping. He's ready. He's a penguin. What more can you ask? And he's sparkly. That I'll try and bring up around Christmas. That's most of the interesting things here. We found this necklace in this lot of 35 pounds of jewelry. And I think it's very interesting the way it's put together like this. It's not signed. I was expecting it to be signed for some reason. Like a Coro thing, maybe? It isn't, but I may try to get, you know, $15 to $20. It's stylish, so I can try that. Show you a few other things. Okay. Ow, I nearly gouged myself. These are bizarre. This part is like rubber, like this part here. It's like see-through gummy worms. And they look, I don't know, would you say like 80s or 90s, like really big earrings. So I can't decide if they're bizarre or if I kind of like them. But anyways, that could go into a lot of earrings. I have a few like big 80s, 90s kind of earrings. These are fun because they're magnetic and they're still on their card. This is something you jab yourself with, that you just poke through your lapel, and you put little water in there, and you can put a little posy, just a little flower there for your lapel kind of thing. Somebody may want that. I haven't seen a ton of these things around, so you know. Speaking of things that I have not seen tons of, that's not good construction of a sentence, is, oh, oops, there's an earring stuck to it. Let me see if I can get it. Almost. Sorry about that. Here we go. This bracelet, which I think is kind of fabulous. It looks like gypsy Romany. I love the way it's bohemian. It's got beads and cotton threads of different colors, and then these lovely pearly bits. I'm kind of tempted to keep it, but I'd like to try and sell it. And it's distinctive enough, you know, that it makes me feel like, yeah, somebody might want that for $12 or so. Just because I feel like if you see that and you like it, you can't just say, oh, I'll go to Walmart and I'll get one when I've got the budget. You know, it's a unique thing. Here's another Christmas thing that I really like. Christmas brooch, of course, which says jingle and actually jingles. We've got some other big things here. Okay. I've got cats, and they are sparkly and rhinestone-like. You know, something like that. I'm going to put into a lot again, or I'm going to try on its own, but for not that much. But, you know, I always like to give it a go because sometimes it's exactly what the person who wants it is looking for. I am quite fond of this. This is a pendant, vintage, and I would say maybe from the 60s, judging from the color and the style. And it comes with its matching earrings. And I'll probably try that for maybe a little less than $20. They're in very good condition, so that's fun. You know, that's what was fun about this lot. There were some things that I wouldn't have bought just by themselves, but they all come together. And what I'm going to do is the things that wait around online forever and that I can't sell, I'm going to try and sell them at flea market probably. We usually go maybe once, twice, 3 times a year to sell our stuff at a flea market. I always enjoy it so much. So does my husband. This year, well, I'm so looking forward to going to a flea market. Aren't you dying to go to a flea market? And, you know, whatever opportunity we have to do that, that's what I'll do. They usually, I find that jewelry does really well at flea markets or that sort of thing. If you have a booth or, you know, I can have a few pieces that are a bit more expensive, but I'll try and have something for every budget because it's fine to take, you know, something like this. I like this design. Okay. I like this design very much. I find it intricate. You know, something like this, which if it doesn't work online, let's say, I can bring to a flea market and say, you know, those are $3, 2 for $5, and I bought 35 pounds of jewelry for $60. I sold maybe 3 things. I sold a pair of cufflinks. There was a gold chain with a little gold heart that had an amethyst and possibly a little diamond chip. That was about $35. We sold that. And there was something else. There was a Guess necklace and bracelet that we sold for about $25. So I've kind of made my money back, and so any of it will be profit. I mean, of course, I'd much rather that profit be there at, you know, $15, $20 every time I sell something, but if the rest I can sell for $5 for 2 things, life is still good. It's still exciting. These are just fun. I love the texture. Let me get a hold of a couple of other things before I let you go. I keep picking up the same thing. I do like these. and almost looks, I don't know, Etruscan or something ancient. So let me send you my good wishes. You can go back to your fun things, your kids and your family, or your art and all the things you're doing right now, and know that I am thinking of you. And we will come up with another video soon, and I hope this has been fun to share all the craziness with us. Take good care. I'll see you soon.